What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds, the media sports again. Oh, welcome back in another exciting Chelsea match preview. In this video, we'll be looking at Frank Lampard's search for his first win as an interim manager for Chelsea Football Club, and also we're going to take a Brentford, Football Club in the big London derby. Plus, we will take a closer look at Ivan Toney's impressive goal-scoring record for the Bees. And also, it's a lot more to talk about. Let's get it rolling. Yes, we are back again streaming live. In this episode, we'll be looking at a preview of the upcoming Premier League game, match between Chelsea and Brentford, focusing on Frank Lampard's search for his first win in charge of the Blues. Also, we will also be looking at the highlights of Enzo Fernández' impressive passing stats, and also Ivan Toney's goal-scoring record for the Beats. Just like I said, for Brentford Football Club. Join us in the latest team news and also statistics, predictions, and then predicted score line. We'll be looking at that as the big, exciting London derby are waiting for us. So many questions that I keep asking myself, and I think once we have you guys all here, some of these questions that needed to be answered. How important has Enzo Fernández been for Chelsea midfield so far? And also, can Frank Lampard get his first win in as an interim manager in charge of Chelsea Football Club? Will Ivan Toney break the record for the most goals scored top flight campaign for Brentford Football Club? Why have Chelsea struggled to score goals this season? Can Brentford capitalize on Chelsea's recent winless run and also be able to bring them down again? Will this be another high-scoring match between Chelsea and Brentford? Can Brentford continue their impressive record of not losing when they score first? So that is one of the things over there. When they score first, it's very, very difficult that they could go down. So just like we are back here again, looking into the biggest game. So for this, people say there's nothing to fight for, but I think there's a lot to fight for. There's pride. There's pride over there, bragging right over there to fight for. The season will say it's over, and some fans cannot wait for the season to come to an end. But then there is a lot to fight for, and we have to fight for bragging right at this moment. For your passion for sports, where the action never ends, only on Blueclouds Media. I'm being joined here by my great man here, CFC OG. He's going to take us through the preview of the upcoming game tomorrow, Chelsea and Brentford. All right, OG, man. We're going to start from the press conference today, earlier on, that took place about a couple of hours ago, maybe 4 hours ago. We're going to look into that. I don't think 4 hours ago, maybe 2 hours ago. All right, OG. Another game coming. How important do you see that game for Chelsea, OG?
Jeez, I mean, I don't really have much confidence going into it. I don't think many Chelsea fans do. I was actually looking at the odds, and depending on what website you go to, you could get us at underdog value. So it's not looking good for us, man. But at the same time, I can see us getting a draw. I see you've got a poll going on, Chelsea Brentford draw. It's going to be interesting to see how many people say a draw. Obviously, this is a Chelsea channel, so you'll most likely have a lot of people saying Chelsea will win. However, I know I'm being more realistic. I think if we're lucky, we get away with a draw in that game. Brentford, man, Ivan Toney, like if he shows up, I don't see how we can possibly win this. But yeah, another positively negative week of Chelsea.
All right, thank you very much, CFCOG. The poll that we have there, it's a very, very common poll. Upcoming London derby. Who do you think will win the Chelsea versus Brentford match? And then majority of them are pointing towards Chelsea. I've done that many times this season, and it's never ever gone well. Yep. It's always a lose, not even a draw, lose or draw. But a lot of people. We got 10 votes so far. 80% says win for Chelsea. Then 20% said. 80% said it's a win for Chelsea. But OG, if you look at the league table, Brentford are sitting on the 10th position, not far off Chelsea. Chelsea are on the 11th position. It's just the points different. Brentford are carrying 44 position. 44 points on the league as Chelsea with a 39 points. They played 39 games, and Chelsea have played 31 game. 32 versus 31. So we have a game in hands to play. So that's the only difference. So I see where the 80% is coming from. They feel like, Brentford, they've been good. They've been up and down. They're not really far off where we are. So we are playing home. Why can't we win that game? So I understand why they have 80% of the vote says Chelsea can win it, and then 20 say a draw. So I don't know what do you make of that? We're playing home. Brentford.
It'll probably, after saying what I said, and probably get more draw votes, but obviously this is a Chelsea channel. I would suspect that, and it's not like we're playing a big team. It's Brentford. We should still be able to beat them or get a draw, but nothing will shock me in these days. Big up Patrick, big up everyone in the chat, big up Stav, man. Reece James, season over and have us out for Brentford. Yeah, I can't see us winning, man, but a draw's possible. Might do a stinky 0-0. I wouldn't mind that.
All right, a draw is possible. Thank you very much. CFCOG said better, taking your time to take us through that. Big up to you, Mr. Patrick, just like OG said. Big up to my big brother here, Snoopy G. Guys, we got some wonderful emojis and badges coming on soon. I keep saying it will be coming on soon for people that want to be members of this platform. So yeah, big up to Spicy Clips. Big up to you, bro. Let me know where you're watching us stream from. We got 12 of us watching right now, but do not forget, guys, you only have 7 likes. It's not looking good. So if you're watching, you forgot to put the likes on. 12 of us watching right now. Let's make it 12, and let's see if we can get to maybe 30 likes by the time the stream comes to an end. Let's try that. We can do that. We got 7 likes already. We can make it 12 because we got 12 of us watching. So if you forgot to do it, please do that for me. I hate saying this because it's something I don't like saying. So let me just say it and get out of the way. So thank you very much, Mr. Patrick, for reminding me. When I did the thumbnail, I put a wrong logo on it. I guess I wasn't looking at the name. I was looking at the Jesse look-alike. So instead of Brentford logo, I went in and put Sheffield United because the Jesse that Ivan Toney is wearing look-alike. So yeah, that's my mistake over there. So thank you very much. I think it was about around 10 minutes to go online. Go live. And then I was like, Goose, I got to change this right now before I go live. So thank you very much, Mr. Patrick, for watching my back, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll stop. Said I would. Okay. OG just read that one. Now, Snoopy G. Let's go. Absolutely. We are here and Mount out as well. Yes. I was told he's carrying a pivot injury or whatever he's carrying. Something new, man. Something new. I hope it won't be hard for us. I hope so. I hope so, Spicy. I hope so. Guys, if you're just joining us, let me know where you're watching us from besides those that I know. Snoopy G, I'm not so sure where Snoopy G's location is, but I know of No, I know Georgie. I know Snoopy G's location, but I don't know Georgie. Patrick, I know his location, so I'm not gonna ask. I know
Big
of
up.
yeah, big up to you, Georgie. I know of Blue Blood. I know his location. Pochettino, closer to being the next Chelsea manager, and both Phantom and Kimso due to stop being Chelsea fans as
Not being
the
Chelsea fans.
not being sloppy. Second, always a silver lining coming from my brother Blue Blood. Thank you very much for your wonderful comments. Phantom of Minute topic. Patrick said, "Play the youth." I mean, what's the point if we play the youth whilst we're trying to build something up for next season? I mean, I don't mind giving some kind of time for the youth players. I mean, you can do that, but you can't play the youth against an experienced team like Brentford. We did play the youth against Aston Villa during the World Cup, and we lost. So you should learn from that. We should learn from that. You don't want to get embarrassed, man. It would be good to have a cricket scoreline if you play just the youth. My brother here seen set up beating Brentford is the last chance of our legend Frankie Lampard. I hope he does that because he hasn't won any of these games since he took over so far. See why the youth are with 600 million.
Only about less than half of them are 600 mil. I mean, Sterling, Kulu, Cucurella, them guys are not really used.
Yeah. LOL 600 million. Lots of young players. LOL's Sloopy second. Coming from seconds coming from Georgie.
That's Pochettino.
Said game over again. Game over.
He
Guys,
earlier said Mount and Reese are done. I don't think they're done for, but they're still young.
All right. It's Mason Mount pretending to be injured like some other thing he is. I thought the same way. I was like, dude hasn't played in a long time. Where is this injury coming from, bro? Where is this injury coming from? Oh, gee, man. All of a sudden, he has a pelvic injury, and I don't know where this injury is coming from.
Well, right. Pochettino is bringing these sports scientists, so hopefully he does that, some kind of magic, even though it's just, it's a fancy name for physiotherapy.
Yes. Guys, do not forget we got 13 of us. I don't want to say it again. We got 13 of us. We only got 8 likes. So where are the rest that are watching and they forgot to drop their likes on? Come on, guys. Let's drop the like on, man. You got 13 and only 8 likes. That is not fair. All right, so big up to you, my big brother, God of Frog. Welcome back again. It says Mason Mount pretending to be injured like some others. I think I've read that one. Mr. Patrick, Cucurella, Sterling, Koulibaly, Aubameyang, etc. were in that 600 million. Yeah. Organ, I think Organ, big up to you. Organ says, yo, what's good, my man? Nothing good, man. We're just looking at the bigger picture tomorrow, against the Brentford, who's since 10th on the league log, and Chelsea is right behind them, sniffing their butt. So we're looking at that. That's what we're looking at this moment, bro. That's what we're looking at. Is there going to be a win? Frank Lampard first win since he took over as an interim manager. That is what we're looking at. Been a while, bro. Absolutely, my brother. It's always nice to see you. We got 15 of us watching. Outstanding, unbelievable people all returning back to the platform. So do not forget to like the video. It's very, very important. Respectfully, Mason Mount isn't acting proper Chelsea. Oh, I don't know about that. If Mason Mount has been really assessed by the medical doctors and they feel like he's really injured, why not? Mason Mount cannot fake it. If there's injury there, I know there's been scan, there's been CT scan, there's been all kind of scans that he can go through to be able to assess him and make sure that he's not really injured. So I don't think he's faking it. I'm very sure Mason would like to start playing football again.
This is just a joke. He's not injured. Sorry, he's injured, but he's not lying about it.
Yeah. The toad is back. Why would Mount want to project his injury prone? All right, so that's coming from our staff. Thank you very much, staff. We have Musto. Big up to Musto. Said that Brentford could be a tricky game for Chelsea. OG, we're gonna be playing the game tomorrow, and we'll be missing out on lights of a Kai Havertz. Like Kai Havertz will be out of the game tomorrow. We'll be having Reece James also out. Reece James problem is getting me. I mean, his situation, his injuries, I'm getting crazy out of it because I don't know how to put Reece James right now. All the time he's injured. All the time and he's injured. Here he is. He's got a new contract. He makes lots of money, more than Mason Mount. Mason Mount hasn't got his wish yet. But the injury pro Reece James, that's what I'm seeing him now. He's injury pro. I don't know if you agree with me, OG. Injury pro Reece James will be out of the game tomorrow. Kai Havertz also will be out of the game tomorrow. Then Mason Mount. What does it leave the club right now in terms of the big game tomorrow?
That's crazy, man. For me, it's just like they all came at once. Feels like London buses, huh? You wait all day. I mean, people were saying that way before. It's funny how Havertz and Mount never get injured. And obviously, don't want to wish injury on any player, but there's a lot of time half the fan base didn't want them in the team. You know, there's a lot of back and forth as you see Mount actually quit Twitter. I think a few football players have been quitting Twitter, as well as a few content creators. Become quite toxic, it seems. But I don't blame Elon Musk. I just blame the fact that we're not doing well. If we were doing well, the toxicity levels will reduce. Let's Tottenham fan again. Listen, let's not even get this started, man. 6-1 just happened. Come on, relax. So, yeah, Brentford, I mean, he's right. We are losing all our London derbies, and we think Arsenal game coming up, we probably really lost to them. Tottenham, we just lost to Fulham. Yeah, hopefully, if Lampard can win this, that will just help make him Super Frankie, get him out of it. But if he loses this and carries on losing, I feel bad for him as well. I mean, obviously, football, he's professional, he's getting paid. Manager has been this for years. But we need to get a win, man. We need to get a win for someone, regardless of the injuries. Like, you know, many people didn't even want to see Kai. Even I'm part of that camp. I want to see Kai rested. You know, this is a rest beyond his choice. Mount's a sticky one because he's out for the whole season. Like, that makes the transfer more likely, even though I've been hearing a lot of rumors, and I know you have been reading the same things, that he's talking to Todd Bowley and thinking about re-signing. He's negotiating, apparently. Reece James, he's here for the long haul.
We did talk about that yesterday's stream, about the conversation.
And it didn't. I thought there'll be more news today, but then again, the Pochettino news seems to be taking over right now, so we'll probably hear more as the week goes about Mount. As I say about Reece James, honestly, I thought I was going to compare him to Robben. Always he gets injured much more than Robben, and at least Robben, there is always someone took him out or something. There's a lot of time Reece James gets injured in training. You know, even that time for England a couple of weeks ago, he had to come back early to Chelsea. It just makes me think it's definitely a bit of him, and not to do just the physio team or the backroom staff, which I also think isn't handling things correctly, or the training staff, or the whole combination of backroom staff is not handling things correctly for these players to get constantly injured at training. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Reece James is different. He gets injured seemingly everywhere. He might just go on these seasons, if not. And I don't think this season, but if he has one more season where he gets just half this many injuries, I could see him going somewhere softer, as I'll say, you know, somewhere where it's easier to elongate his career, and maybe he could come back in the future. But if he gets any more injuries, like 5-6 more injuries in the next season, this is going to become, you know, it probably will be like one of the highest paid players in history to not play. I remember there's someone else, Woodgate. You might remember Woodgate.
Is
back
it United?
in the day.
Woodgate.
Played for Real Madrid as well. Do you remember that? Yeah, well, Newcastle as well. Played around the block, right? He was.
Is it Jonathan Woodgate? Is it Jonathan
Woodgate? Scored against Chelsea, I think. Scored a winner against us. In the Carling Cup.
I do remember Jonathan Woodgate.
Yeah, he. This is worse than that. It seems like worse than that. Like, no matter where he goes, the injury issue, man, has to get sorted. Has to have an operation. Needs to have a super physiotherapist on him all the time. Needs to just be on point. Training lightly, do more swimming. I don't know. Oh, I do know to a degree, but I'm hoping the pros touch on some of my points and much more, and just get him feeling 100%. Doesn't need to play every game. He should just play half the games. Like, you know, this is Chelsea. We usually average 50 games a season. So, not this season coming, but the season after, it would be like that.
Yeah, I think OG, you said it. I think you're spot on, bro. Because I did talk to. Luckily for us, our platform have a a physio on this platform. Steven is university doing
Oh,
physio
nice,
work and
nice.
stuff like that. And then Steven is in uni doing in physio. And I talked to Steven behind the scenes because he'll be here. He's got some papers to write and exams to write. And he said, look, Reece James has to get that surgery done. Without that surgery, that repetition of that injury will keep coming all the time because he needs to get an injury. Just like Blue Blood just said, he was scared that once he gets that injury done, he wouldn't get a chance to get to the World Cup squad, which indeed he couldn't get a chance to get in there. So why didn't he take that chance and get that surgery done? Then he can get his injury sorted, just like Blue Blood said over here. Thank you very much, Blue Blood, for that wonderful comment. So I got some few comments. I'm going to touch on it. They're not many. They're very, very short one. Guys, if you make the comments a little bit short, I can just run through it real quick for you. Coming from our brother here, Mustard said Brentford could be a tricky game for Chelsea. I think I read that one. Thank you very much, Mustard, for your comment. Will be Frank first win. Let's see if he can. Let's see if Frank can get it done. My brother here, Spurs, will be back and big. Big up to you. Says, losing every London derby. Well, it's not a problem. Look,
I touched on that point.
Yeah. We can see a situation of our football club right now and where Chelsea are at this moment. We've coming from a long way. One, the transition from one owner to another owner. Remember that, my brother. Remember that transition.
That's what this biggest crisis, like after that pandemic. Come on, no one's gonna forget that moment. The events that led to what happened to us, random, unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a big situation going on at Chelsea Football Club.
And we're caught in the middle. Exactly.
Yeah, which I don't think Daniel Levy can be able to solve it. He hasn't got any problem. He's got all the money, fancy stadium that hosts two different different sports, American football, and then also soccer, and still cannot get that decision done.
They can't get anything.
He can't get anything right. He can't get anything. What's the point of keeping?
I guarantee they're not going to win anything for the next 5 years, mate. So there is no being big. It's not going to happen.
There you go. What's the point of keeping this Slalini, the assistant coach or the caretaker coach? What's the point of keeping him? They have the same idea, the same training.
Yeah, but that's so Tottenham. That's so Tottenham. They'll sack the manager, then they sack the interim manager and hire his intern and assistant, and then they sack him. Like, oh man, this is
very bad decision making. You guys all put the blame on Todd Bowley, American man. He's doing football management. He doesn't know anything. Look at the kind of manager he hired him. A manager who was working under another pragmatic manager. You hired that person to your football club, and look at how things are going.
They always cheer me up, man.
And then give it to Ryan Mason. What's Ryan Mason going to do? Ryan Mason was very lucky last time he took over Chelsea after Jose Mourinho was being sacked. He was very lucky. He had the tune out of those players, but lots of those players that he played, he was able to manage at that time. More have been out. New guys are in. The likes of Dele Alli and then what's his name? Dyer and all those players. Lots of new guys have been in.
He still recognized Lloris, man. He's one of the worst keepers at the moment. But I'm not going to diss him. He's way over his prime.
Yeah, it's not going to be that easy for Ryan Mason. I think about 7 games to go. And when he took over, it wasn't that many games. So let's see how Ryan Mason can do it this time. It's not going to be that easy. Be nice here coming from my brother, Snoopy G. Big up to you, Snoopy G. Thank you very much for all those wonderful comments. I want to love you forever. As usual, I know where you are. Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. Watching you from work. Thank you very much. I know all the time you're awake when the stream starts, but your inclusion and supporting is always marvelous and very incredible. So missing important players could have a bad impact for the team. That is true. That is true. Absolutely true. Brentford doesn't have any chance to beat Chelsea. They do. Chelsea lost a lot of confidence of himself. Okay, James lost a lot of confidence of himself coming from my brother Scene. Big up to you, Scene, for your wonderful comments. Guys, I don't know why if you guys cannot hear what I'm saying. Please, we got 17 of us watching live at this moment. We only got 9 likes. let's beef up the likes, guys. Let's beef it up. Let's beef it up, guys. Let's beef it up. It helps the channel. It helps the James. Okay, that is coming from scene. Okay, guys, what do you expect tomorrow? The match, Man City versus Arsenal. You're not gonna expect nothing but a win for Man City.
Easy win, I think. 3-1, 4-1.
Did you watch the game between Bayern Munich and Manchester City? Have you been watching the games? If you watch that game, you should tell that they know what is at stake. They know what they're aiming for. They are thinking of winning the treble. That is their ambition. They are thinking of winning the treble. So in that instant, there's no way Arsenal is traveling to Etihad and pick up a point. The highest they can do is to draw. But then the draw will tell them that they've lost another 2 points, which is the game's left for Manchester City.
I don't see it happening. I could see a crazy scenario where everything does fall right and the draw happens and they draw again. The best situation I see for Arsenal, it goes on even points. This isn't La Liga. If you're on even points, they calculate the goal difference, and Man City have run away with that. So
yes, that's not happening. OG said, God of Frog said maybe the Premier League just isn't suitable for Reece James. Ever thought that might be a case? You could be right. You could be right. We see when Eden Hazard move away from the EPL to the Spanish league, you could see the slow pace of the Spanish league doesn't work for his body. Because Hazard is not a slow-paced merchant footballer. He wants to run, and the slowness of the Real Madrid, the Spanish league, is not his style. That could be one of the reasons. But then he felt very bad that he can.
Yeah, I'll be extra safe and go Italy. Like there's 100. There's like a 90%. I'm not gonna say 100, but it's probably like a 90% success rate. If you're a former English superstar in the Premier League, and you go Italy. Like they've all done well. Like from Abraham, Joe, was looking Smallings, actually young. Like you just go and follow that list, go kill it, go Jose Mourinho. That'd be funny. 2 years in a row.
Right, Blue Blood said that Reece James need to get his injury issues sorted by having that operation. He obviously needs, which he chose not to consider when he thought he could be part of the World Cup. Yeah, I think we've seen that.
Robben was injury prone, very injury prone at Chelsea, but it wasn't that as bad at Real Madrid or Bayern. At Bayern, he got a bit injured, and then they thought, let's not even take the risk. Then at Real Madrid, and then Bayern, when they got him, he only got 1 or 2 injuries in his life, including his illustrious career of Holland. LOL. I know that Tottenham guy must be saying some next stuff in this group.
Come on.
At the same time, I know that our mods, they ban a lot of comments, so keep it up, guys.
Yeah, big up to you, my big brother. So it's a Reece James. Oh,
hey,
so no,
hey,
you can't
1
do
second.
that, man.
Give us some time. Give us at least another year or 2. Give us a couple of games. We'll see how things go. Still young.
God of Frog to Spurs will be back and big. We're taking your best manager in the last 20 to 30 years, and we're going to give him a trophy. Pochettino will be happy to get a trophy.
That's the difference between him and Benitez. Benitez, he was he already won stuff with Liverpool, but he hasn't won stuff with Liverpool, with Tottenham. So it'll be funny if he wins it. It'll be like, we gave him something that you couldn't ever dream of giving him.
Okay.
I think you popped out for a second. Ivan Toney hat-trick. Come on, Kim. So have some more faith in us, man. Shame on you.
Yeah.
If Ivan Toney scores a hat-trick, I will pluck a bit hair from my beard and eat it live on TV. Ivan Toney is not scoring a hat-trick against us. We're not that defensively shit. Thiago's playing. Fofana's still back. He's got to have he's had a bad week before. I'm sure he'll be back. Who's in the house? Who's joining us here?
Dabina is in the house. Big up to Dabina. Welcome back again. How's things doing, Dabina? How are things going?
Hi guys. Hello everyone. Sorry, I'm just leaving school. I'm still on my way, but I just decided to join now because there's a little bit of quiet here. So yeah.
Probably the weather is very good out there.
I'm actually not using my. I'm not using my phone. I'm using someone's phone because my phone's been acting up. lately, so I had to like borrow someone's phone. So I have to mute now because I'm working. So yeah, I'll be listening though.
Okay. Yeah, you have anything you want to say whilst you're on right now? We have it here. Let me push you to the wall a little bit. What do you have to say in terms of the big game tomorrow? Chelsea sits on 11th position, while Bradford sits on the 10th position. Ivan Toney has lots of goals at this moment. Tony has 19 goals compared to 7 Kai Havertz. So what do you make of the game tomorrow? Not so. Go ahead.
Honestly, I feel like Kovacic should not start because we already have Chiro in the game. So instead of using Fofana and Chiro, we could actually use okay, James is out. We are using Kante. Kovacic is actually he's been playing slow ball, so I don't think he's going to match up the pace with Kante. I would have preferred we use Cucurella. Cucurella is, he has really improved and he's been showing his, what he's been playing really fantastic ball. But I don't know who would have said we should sub for Kovacic, but the last 3 games Kovacic has played for Chelsea, he has actually cost us, some silly mistakes that almost led to goals. So I don't really want Kovacic to be in the startup. And Havertz, I don't know what to say about Havertz, but I hope to see Sterling.
Havertz, unfortunately, Frank Lampard said Kai Havertz won't be playing, so we might see someone different in that position. But Havertz will be ready for the weekend. Based on the press conference, Frank Lampard said Havertz won't be taking part in this game tomorrow. In the game tomorrow.
Thank God. Well, the formation looks good though. For me, formation looks good. Chilwell could really use some. Chilwell and Thiago could, as the Keita too. It could. That's going to be like a lot of hold Chelsea players on the field, try to dominate, try to inspire the boys. So it's going to be some sort of inspirations for these new kids coming in, for Felix and Enzo Fernández. So I feel like this is the formation Lampard should have been using: a 4 at the back, 3 and 3. Yeah. This is nice, and I'm just hearing the news that Mason Mount. What?
I said Kai Havertz is injured.
Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I'm happy. I know. Actually,
No. Damn, you can't be happy. Damn it, come on. You can't be happy. He's injured. Come on. Imagine Kai Havertz is his brother.
You know what, OG?
Will you be happy?
OG knows I was wishing. I know. I'm not happy, but really,
half the fan base wants to see him not play at least half the games, and it seems what it's like. That's why I said that this mixed feelings on the injury, because they should have just rested him multiple times. He's played that he shouldn't have played. But whatever, man. I'm not the manager.
But can you blame Kai Havertz? It's not his fault. There's no one banging in the goals. Dummy. Go ahead. I was saying there's no one banging in the goals. So if you put Kai Havertz there, that's not his fault. He preferred not to play in that position. But there's no one trustful to bang in goals. So Kai Havertz finds himself there. Why do we keep blaming Kai Havertz? Why do we keep blaming Frank Lampard? Frank Lampard did not put himself as a Chelsea manager. Todd Boehly and his people brought Frank Lampard back. That is why I don't blame Frank Lampard with any game that he takes over and he loses those games, because I know what I'm going to expect from Frank Lampard. I already know. So I'm not blaming Frank Lampard for anything. I blame the players. So go ahead, Dummy.
Yeah, so that's why we've got to blame Havertz, man. Club and country, man. He needs to fix up.
But Todd brought in the courses for the women.
Oh, come on.
Todd was the reason the women lost to Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
He should have sat his ass.
I wish Todd Boehly just doesn't.
He should have sat his ass.
Women's game, stays away from it, doesn't touch the women's at all, because he's.
Yeah, he should stay away from the women's game. Please, let him sit his house with the men. We already have enough crises going on. I can't be losing men match, and I won't also get joy from watching the females team. So I think Chelsea, we are in trouble. We are in big trouble with James injury and Mason Mount being ruled out. But I feel like Mason Mount is ruled out because of his transfer, ish. I feel like that's just a silly excuse.
They can't just lie about the injuries.
How could a brother get injury when he's not even playing?
Well, that's half the Chelsea squad. When's the last time I saw a game and a player got injured and came off? It always happens in the back. Most of it happens in training or in international, one or two of them. But I have no confidence in this Chelsea back room. And now that it's the players that never got injured, like Havertz and Mount, it worries me even more. It's like, what's happening in the back room? I understand Reece James, he always gets injured. Or Kante and Carver, cool, no matter what team they were at, club and country. But this one here, it's worrying me, man. It's worrying me. Let's see how the Pochettino sports scientist does when he joins him. I was laughing. I was like, right, his whole gang was waiting a whole year without work. And apparently he told them, like, they don't work unless he gets a contract. So obviously they're all multi-millionaires, but he was like, hold off. Pochettino's been waiting for a long time. He's been silently planning his revenge. He's been writing the playbooks. You know, like American football coaches, they have playbooks. Pochettino's been writing new plays and like, let's see if he becomes a genius or if he shoots himself in the foot.
All right, so we have some few comments here. Let me drop it up. Monster, big up to you, Monster. Said Arsenal wasted 6 points. Yeah, Arsenal wasted 6 points. Another one coming from Blueclouds said will be black. Spurs will be
black and blue.
Black and blue.
Your team took one hell of a spanking. LOL.
Yeah,
they got clapped by Newcastle.
Hey guys, a safe comment without getting bantered coming from Gunnar. Big up to you, Gunnar. I did banter you the other day, but yeah, Arsenal are bottling it. They will. I know they will.
Oh, yeah,
see you next.
Bro, no one's bantering you right now. The whole comment section wants Tottenham's blood. Tottenham, man. After getting spanked, they're still talking the crap online. I see a lot of fans thinking they're going to get top four. I was like, how?
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Oh, he's just laughing over here. Gunnar says, yes, you can laugh at Spurs. You can do that. Spurs. I mean, Spurs are just Spursy all the time. You excited for tomorrow, Gunnar? Big game, man. Big game. How are you handling the pressure, my brother? How are you handling the pressure? Very nervous. Absolutely. He just said it. Very nervous, bro. Trying not to think about it too much. LOL. Not confident, unfortunately, considering our performance lately at Mr. Patrick. That's his odds on us taking Levy's only asset, Harry Kane. Oh my goodness. Will Modric score for Chelsea finally? That's coming from most. I don't see that happening, my brother. Maybe next season. Dummy, do you see him scoring soon? I think he's out of form, man. The whole team is out of form.
Whoa.
Mikhailo Modric.
Mikhailo 007 Modric.
Modric?
Yeah.
Modric is not scoring this season. Maybe Kante can score this season. Maybe Kante can give us that very unlikely goal.
Nah, Kante should score
Modric, You know, Kante had like 2 shots on target in our last game.
One of them he should have scored.
It was deflected.
Against Madrid. Or got on target.
Yeah. One was deflected. And Rudiger, that man denied us 2 solid goals. I do not understand how you do that to your Chelsea brothers. I mean, just let us score the goals. I mean, once a blue is always a blue, right?
Nah, he's a rude goal digger. He doesn't care.
All right, all right, let me know where you're watching us from, and then also say your name so I can shout you out, what country you're watching us from. That's what I want to do. We got 15 watching live at this moment. Do not forget to drop your like on the video as we are streaming live to we're streaming live on YouTube, and also stream another bonus streaming on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, you can catch Blueclouds Media live on Twitter. You can catch us also on YouTube YouTube is our main platform that we stream up to. So another comment coming from my big brother, Mr. Patrick, said it's just that Robot Haaland, Gunnar, only Robot Haaland, yeah. Where you're winning, it's as if your players go out to injury. Is it injured him? Okay, that's Patrick's comment. I don't know if I'm not taking that comment very well. But then Blue Blood said if Chelsea put up betting odds on Toney getting a hat trick, it might tempt him to place a bet. We know where he's heading at. We know what you're talking about, Blue Blood. We know Mr. Toney like betting. Toney won't score even one tomorrow. All right, won't score even
big take.
One tomorrow. All right, I want to love you said wow, she sounds so clear today. Probably just like you said,
clear today.
Yeah, she comes very clear. Probably the phone is a problem. Yeah, holding starting doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. Yeah,
let's go.
Holding, it's not good. Yeah, he's gonna hold the ball for you. Do not worry, he'll hold the ball for you. Hope Arteta tries something different. All right, tons of comments here to go through. Have our brother here, Chelsea Dan. Thank you very much for being here, Chelsea Dan. You know what, Chelsea Dan, I'm gonna send a link in here. And I know you got love to waffle here for Arsenal fun and then Tottenham fans. I'll give you a chance to get in there. I'll drop the link for everyone who's free who wants to have drop a few cents on our game tomorrow. Gunnar said I haven't seen that, bro, but whatever suits your agenda. I don't agree if that has been said, though. At Chelsea down, probably there's been some conversation going on over there. Our Blueclouds Media, big up in my okay. I'm new here from Cyprus, my guy.
Big up, man. Yeah,
he enjoyed. Right, all right. Enjoy the holiday, man. Saka, a fraud. Is it fraud? Fraud one season wonder. Not good then. Than Semi Amobi ex Newcastle. Okay. Semi Amobi. What's that got to do with it?
Amobi brothers, they're Nigerians as well, but they're from Newcastle.
Yeah, they're Nigerians. Good players, man. Good players. All right, big up. I'm new. Okay, I've read that one. We have Kim So said Bottolino coming from my brother Kim. So Toney should be in prison right now. Come on, man. You don't want to wish him to go to prison. Congrats on being very stupid.
They should pay him more. They should give him a Medal of Honor.
Hope you have a good day, Chelsea Dan. Guys, come on. Let's not get too personal. But chilling, okay. But calling him a fraud is weird. It's weird to me. One of the most talented youngsters in English football at this moment in Europe, but most respect to him. Absolutely. I will never take that away from you. Saka has been outstanding. He's one of these up and coming, upcoming best players so far this season. But then it would have been Saka if Erling Haaland has not been banging in those goals. And you can't take that away from Erling Haaland. If Haaland has not been playing as good as he's playing now, I'll put Saka and maybe De Bruyne over there. Now take Saka over De Bruyne. That guy have carried Arsenal from beginning to now. Last season, he started playing last season. He was so good during the World Cup, but unfortunately, he missed that penalty. But doesn't mean that was the end of Saka. But he's been still playing very, very well. OG, Saka, will you take him at Chelsea?
Well, of course, they can have Sterling to swap.
There you go. Yeah, he's been outstanding. So, guys, if you're watching me, let me know where you're watching us from. If you haven't been on this platform before and you're watching us in your home, do not forget to like a video and send your comment in so I can shout out your country wherever you're watching us from. I know most of the people in the chat, I know where they are watching us from, so there's not much big deal. OG, starting lineup is right there. We haven't looked at the starting lineup. We're looking at 4-3-3 up front. We're probably going to replace Kai Havertz with somebody else. Who's going to be the preferred player? Is it going to be Detro Fofana coming in that position? Because Armando Broja said he's not ready yet. He's not going to come back to the end of the season. So are we going to change the way we play? Because are we going to change the formation? If we keep in the 4-3-3, Kai Havertz have to be replaced by somebody else. And who do we see replacing Kai Havertz, Mr. OG?
But I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know if Lampard will play for Fofana. Maybe he will. I think he just came up from injury himself. Might even put Felix there again in the middle, swap one of the wingers, or Madrid, Raheem, whatever. I honestly, it doesn't really make a difference. No matter who put up there, like we don't have anyone as a goal scorer. I want to see Fofana just because he hasn't. Like I'd rather see Fofana than a fit Broja. I feel like I've seen enough of Broja to go, man, maybe next season. But Fofana, I haven't seen enough of him. The one game I saw Southampton, I rated him. I thought he should have scored one, but it would be nice to swap him with Dachshund Fofana if he's not injured, or if he's just back from injury, then he can't really play. He's the same boat as Broja. Obviously, Broja's one much bigger, longer injury, surgery needed. So yeah, I'd love to see Fofana start there. Definitely take Sterling off.
OG out right now. Our top scorer is just like I said. Ivan Toney has got 19 goals compared to our top scorer, which is Kai Havertz with 7 goals. Ivan Toney has got 4 assists compared to 1 for Kai Havertz. Much played, 30 to 29. So yeah, assists he's there, goals he's
Even
there.
If he gave Kai all of his disallowed goals, which was like 5, he'd still be way behind.
Yeah,
the quality different.
What do you have? What do you have to say?
Honestly, tomorrow's game might end at 2-1 in favor for Chelsea, because Tony might not even score the goal for them. It might be this other guy. Yeah. I don't know why my instinct is just kicking at Kante scoring a goal for us. I really don't know what's up with that, but there's something about my nerves saying Kante. There's something about my nerves saying Kante might score for us tomorrow. I really don't know what's up with that, but Chelsea might narrowly seal the 3 points, or it ends at draw. I mean, it's really sad we don't even get to play in the Conference League. Like, God.
Oh hell no! You don't want to play in the Conference League, dummy. You don't want to. Do you want to be playing on Thursdays? Do you want to be playing on Thursdays? Conference League or Europa League? Do you want Europa League or Conference League? Europa League is better than the Conference League.
Yeah. I know Europa Leagues are played on Thursdays, but I don't know, man. Next season does not even look very sure for us. With Aubameyang coming back or Tammy Abraham, I do not want any of those. I mean,
Aubameyang is leaving.
Bygones with bygones. Why are you trying?
Aubameyang is leaving. We might have Lukaku coming back. But Juve are interested.
I don't want Lukaku. I do not want Lukaku to come back. Let Lukaku go. Lukaku and Tammy Abraham, I do not want them back at that team. Abraham single-handedly cost us our FA Cup that year. We lost to us. I will never forgive that man. He was to score that goal and he fell.
Dami, let me ask you a few questions. Will you forgive Mason Mount for missing out the penalty in the FA Cup? Will you forgive JT, the legend of this football club in 2008, for missing out the penalty that could win us our first Champions League trophy? Will you forgive those people?
I won't forgive Mason Mount, but I will forgive.
Will you forgive JT?
I would forgive because Champions League is another level of football game. The pressure, the hype, the guts.
Dummy, I disagree with you, Dummy. I disagree with you, Dummy.
Okay.
I disagree with you because all its trophy.
But
they're humans. Go ahead, Dummy.
But do you know that soccer then 2008 is not soccer now. Now there are a lot of advancements, a lot of technology improvements done. So then and now I would have forgiven that guy then. But now, no. You have all the training.
There wasn't that much difference from 2008 till now. The only difference was goal line technology has been in place right now, and also VAR, which has been in place. The penalty shootout is just nothing got to do with VAR or even the technology. It is penalties. It's only human. And then one of the only player that we all cherish and we all adore at the football club miss that penalty, which could have won Chelsea's. It was a sudden death. Would I say sudden death? It was just one-off penalty where he could finish it, and then Chelsea can run towards that trophy, and then he slipped. He's only human. So if you forgive Frank Lampard, I want you to be able to forgive Mason Mount and then forgive whoever else have missed penalties, even the biggest players on this planet. We've seen. Okay, what about Messi? Messi at the bridge. Messi missed a penalty at the bridge. What would you say? We never forgive Lionel Messi missing a penalty against Peter Cech in the goalpost. Do you remember that penalty that he missed against Chelsea?
I remember. I forgive Messi because it's against. I forgive him because it is against Chelsea. I forgive him. Because it is only because it's against Chelsea. Yes, he's allowed to miss penalty against us. I forgive him for that. Any other player? No. Even Ronaldo.
All right, I know where OG stand, man. I know where OG stand in regards to JT. So I don't know. OG. Oh, sorry. I think OG is running something behind real quick. So I have Dummy. We'll go through it. I still have some few comments over here. BBTV, big up to you, my big brother, Bet and Ballers TV. Guys, if you don't know our big brother over here, if you haven't seen much of his videos, big legend. He's been supporting Chelsea since the 80s to now 70s, I would say mid 70s, 80s, 90s to 2000s to now. He's got lots of experience in terms of games and lots of inside out of the Chelsea Football Club. So guys, you can check him out. Look at the comment section below. Look at the chat there. You see the 3 dots. Click on it. Go to his platform. Give him a shout out and watch some of his videos. He's have a new series coming up where he he's trying to educate some of the new and young Chelsea fans about how the club used to be back in the days and now. So he's on the platform right now. So yes, guys, check him out. BBTV, big guys. It's a big up, guys. I will have Saka on our team all the time. He would love to have Saka. I will put some care up front. Some care will do even much better than even Kai Havertz is doing. Only if he can stand the strength of Brentford defenders. Got a Frogs, big up to you. He says that if Toney was in the team, he would likely have 1 or 2 more goals than Kai Havertz. That's something a lot of you are looking past. No, look, my brother, Kai Havertz is not a striker, so he hasn't got that striking instinct. He's a flair player. He has to be in the middle. He likes to play in the 10 role behind strikers, but we haven't seen him. They're using him. They're using Kai Havertz in the wrong position because of his height, because of his technical ability.
Yeah.
But then I prefer if they put him in behind the strikers. But we don't have the striker now. We don't have the striker that have that instinct that can finish those chances. So they put Kai Havertz there. Do those jobs. So that's why I don't blame him. Go ahead, Dummy.
Kai Havertz is not a striker. He's supposed to be the fake number 9. He's supposed to be behind the strikers to drive the ball. Kai Havertz is supposed to be the person to make all the assists. Kai Havertz is not a striker. That is why he's struggling in that position Chelsea puts him at. He's supposed to be God. Kai Havertz is supposed to be, Kai Havertz is supposed to play like Kante. You're supposed to stay behind the strikers, watch out, create passes, drive the ball, hold the ball, control the ball, dribble, all of those things Kante does. Kai Havertz is not a striker.
Are you there, Dummy? All right, so it looks like Dummy had a microphone problem. Probably should come back later. So yeah, just like I would say, Kai Havertz is not a striker, but he's playing in that position, which is not easy for him. We know he can bang in goals, many goals before Chelsea bought him from the German Bundesliga. But then we've seen many players, likes of Timo Werner in the German Bundesliga. He was scoring from every angle. Timo Werner, that has that pace. He can take a player on and be able to score goals. But we saw what happened when he came to the Premier League. He found it very difficult. The Premier League is a different animal in terms of how players play. It is not as you have teams that sit deep with a low block. We have teams that has all the 11 men in 18-yard box, and how do you break that through to be able to get goals? It's not easy compared to any other league. Go ahead, Dummy. Yeah, go ahead.
The way Newcastle are in form, I pity Arsenal next season because all of Arsenal players are tired. They are physically tired, they are mentally tired from all the stress of them carrying this Premier League. So it is a soldier, just hanging on to the war finishes. And once that war is finished, Arsenal are going to be on a postpaid banter next season. Postpaid banter for them. Saka at Chelsea, I really don't see the need because we have Enzo Fernández, we have Kante, we have James, we have Fofana. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's a great player, but no. What we need at Chelsea is a beast. Someone like this guy that went to Wolves now, Diego Costa. Yeah, we need someone like that. Someone that is, someone that when it gets on the ball, all the defenders know they're in trouble. It's been a minute. I've seen one Chelsea player dribble from the midfield, then goes to score. I mean, it's like Hazard was the last person to do that thing at Chelsea. Once the ball gets on Hazard, you know you're in trouble. Especially if it is on the touchline. You are not going to get that ball. I'm sorry. It's going to disgrace you, your coach, your whole fan base. You understand? So Saka is a great player, but I don't see him fitting in anywhere at Chelsea.
It's a good player. I wouldn't say he's a great player right now. Saka, I wouldn't put him as a great player because there's too much. There's a lot to take, or there's a lot that goes into to define a player to be great, a player to be a legend, a player to be put certain players in certain category. Saka has to continue doing what he's doing for at least 5 seasons continuously. Then we can put him into that greatness. Go ahead, Dami.
You see what is going on. You see what is going on in Chelsea now. That is what is going to go. That's what's going to happen to Arsenal next season. They are going to have, they already have a fantastic, lineup, but these players are exhausted. You can see it. They are exhausted. They are tired. So if Arsenal really means business next season, they need to buy some players. They really need to buy at least 5 players to, juggle the lineup and keep the rotation balanced. If Arsenal does not buy players during this summer, I'm sorry, they are finished. Arsenal is not going to sit anywhere next top 6 next season. I bet you, because Newcastle really means business. You can see I don't know for Tottenham. I don't know for Tottenham because Tottenham, Manchester City, for sure they're going to be there. Man U is going to keep, thriving. But I see Leicester, I see Everton, maybe Chelsea, somewhere. Yeah, maybe Chelsea somewhere between 5th and 6th next season. But the big 4, the big 2 I am certain of next season is Manchester City and Newcastle, because all of Newcastle players are back from injury. We can see how they played Tottenham.
Did you see that crispy? Did you see that crispy pass coming from Willock to what's his name? That crispy pass. I don't know how he used the outside of his foot for that placement.
Yes, I watched the match. I was, wow. Is this Tottenham? What happened to Tottenham? What?
Daniel Levy.
It was disgraceful. I swear, Chelsea has never disgraced me as Tottenham, as Arsenal, as Man U, as Liverpool have disgraced me this season. But we are not even.
Are you talking about the number of goals they've conceded, isn't it?
Yes. No team has ever beaten Chelsea 5 in first half. 20 minutes. What is that?
If I can remember, Dummy, if I can remember, under Sarri, we did conceded at least almost, I think about around 5 in the first half. I'm not so sure.
4.
That's on the point of correction.
No.
Was it 4 in the first half, which
4.
the game was already over? Under Sarri, when we went to the
It
Etihad,
was
we conceded
4.
a lot of them.
It is 4. The highest Chelsea has conceded is 4. 4 against Real Madrid and 4 against these people. I think February or January.
But do you remember against Manchester City under Sarri? We did concede a lot. I think around 6 goals. Check that out if you have a minute. If you have a minute to get a chance, check that out. I remember that game. We went to the Etihad under Mauricio Sarri, where we conceded a lot of goals from Manchester City. In the first half, we were dead in the first half. Many goals were being conceded in the first half.
Yes. In the past, Chelsea has considered. I'm talking of this season,
this season, no, not at all.
This season, no. It was very distasteful to watch. Harry Kane running up and down. Harry Kane was defending. My God, Harry Kane doing last man for Tottenham. I'm very sure wherever Conte is.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. We lost 6-0 to Manchester City under Mauricio Sarri. That's a long time ago. But this season we haven't conceded that many goals, but we've been conceding too many goals, not the higher margin, like you're saying. So, Dami, thank you very much for that. So we have our big brother here. We have Got a Frog said even when we had Lukaku, a striker much better than Toney, we wasn't banging in lots of goals. That is from. We should remember the manager we're playing under. We're playing under certain manager, probably Lukaku. We know Lukaku's problem. Barella is available for 50 million. Chelsea should go in for it. Give Barella Rice, and also McAllister, Enzo midfielder. He will score goals. He will bang in the goals. Guys, the stream yard link is right there. If you're free, you want to join us here and have a say in terms of tomorrow's game. You want to have a say, have something you want to say on tomorrow's game, guys, it's right there. If you're free in the house, join us on the platform, the studio, and then also drop your minerals if you have time. Spurs will be back and big again. My brother said what would come on but can't handle me. Why not, bro? Can jump on. This is a platform. It's a football platform, so just have to be respectful to whatever you say has to be much more polite. That is all it is. So if you feel there's something you want to say in regards to tomorrow's game, Chelsea's game, Tottenham's situation right now, that is why I like to have you on, because you can give me a different perspective in terms of how Chelsea fans sees their team, with all due respect. So if you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan, Arsenal fan, Liverpool fan, you can drop your minerals on the platform. It is all accepted and much more respectful if we do it that way. So yes, hop on, get on. The channel is made for you guys. It's not for me. Without you guys, I wouldn't be making this. If I do this all the time and no one is watching it, then why would I keep doing it? But you guys watching it and being here all the time motivates me to carry on with what I love doing. It's not about the money. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. Yes, almost 4 years now. And I've dropped over 600 videos. 600 videos right now on YouTube. So it's a lot of dedication goes into it, but I just love what I love. I just love what I'm doing now. So that's why I keep doing it. Blueclouds said Spurs will be back and big. You could go on, but might be totally finished around 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll be getting the stream down soon. So if you have a time, my Spurs brother, jump on Kim So. Yeah, it's your time. If BBTV is also free, he can jump on. If Blue Blood, if you're free, you can jump on. Chelsea Dan, if you're free. Anyone that is free, watching live. Gunnar, I have never have you on before, but you've been supporting this platform for quite a long time. If you're free and you want to work for a little bit, yeah, drop it on. Everyone is welcome. This is your platform. Let's go again, dummy. And what I will look, you drop your scoreline. I'm predicting another draw for Chelsea tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. I don't see the team winning. I'm just going in for a draw. What did you say, dummy? Drop your score line here. Your predicted score line for tomorrow's big game, Chelsea, and also tomorrow's tomorrow. Yeah, we got Manchester City also playing tomorrow, right? Dummy. City and Arsenal.
Yes, I am really looking forward to Arsenal. But I don't know. I feel like what happened to Liverpool, Man U can actually happen to Man City. What if Arsenal beats Man City 7-0 tomorrow? It is possible. This is football.
If
Anything can happen in football.
Yeah, if Arsenal lose to Manchester City, we call it a game over. The title is done. It's done because I don't see Man City dropping any more points to the end of the season. They are really playing very, very well. You can say otherwise. You can argue the fact that
Man City. Man
you
City
can
still
argue.
has to play us, and it's.
Go ahead, Dami. Manchester City have, I think, 2 teams, and the second team B is even playing much better. Look at Nathan Aki. Aki is playing his best football right now. And like I said, the only argument you can bring it up is Manchester City are playing the FA Cup finals. They're thinking of playing in Champions League semi-finals, and they're thinking of also winning the EPL. They want to win the treble. So that could bring a lot of tiredness to the players. But they have 2 teams, and Pep Guardiola has so much experience, and he knows how to manage a team to get the team over the line when they need to win certain trophy. It looks like it's much, much more closer than it has ever been for Manchester City to win the Champions League this time. Are we going to see that happen? The likes of Real Madrid are still there. Real Madrid, they are a different team when they play in the Champions League. They are different animals when they play in the Champions League. Their inclusion, the way they play in the Champions League, they play from different level, from gear 1 to gear 2 and gear 3. Look at what they did to Chelsea. They look a little bit like naive. They don't know what they're doing. But then when they want to move from a gear 1 to 2, they know how to do it. They were just scoring goals from left, right, center. Easy goals for them. Easy goals that they scored against Chelsea. Spurs will be back. He says too rude. Writer, I'm not so sure what he meant by too rude. Is it me being rude or me spitting out facts? All right, big up to you, OG. I do get it, OG. No problem, bro. I know sometimes these brain have affect some of our network. So yeah, I do understand, my brother, if that is the problem. So yes, guys, I have dropped my score line. So if you have your predicted score line, do me a favor, drop it on. Let's move on. Let's move on from there. Before guys, we got almost about how more minutes? Just 10 more minutes. If you haven't, if you still have a chance, you want to come on, we got 10 more minutes to end the stream. We got only 10 more minutes to end the stream. Dummy, let's bring the stream to an end. Let's wrap it up. Anything you want to say in terms of Mauricio Pochettino's Heavenly Link, and then soon it will be announced at the club website. Anything else you want to say? I know you were not here yesterday. We did talk about Mauricio Pochettino. You have anything you want to drop?
I feel like Chelsea might not sign that guy.
Who?
I feel like Chelsea might not sign that guy. What's his name? Pochettino, or how do you pronounce his name?
Pochettino, Mauricio Pochettino. Yeah. You
Chelsea
think
might
that
not
Chelsea
sign that guy.
might not give him the job?
Yes.
But if why? Why do you think so?
I don't think he's a yes man. I do not think he's a yes man, and I do not think some players in our team want him. Players wanting a coach also is a big factor to which coach should be signed. And I think his style of play is going to shake up a little bit, of the regular Chelsea 4-3-3. We see he might want to come in and try 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. You get so Chelsea. Chelsea is really good at shocking us. You might see the breaking news tomorrow. They might say something came up, blah 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 blah. You might even sign Nagelsmann.
No.
That's the crazy thing
Nagelsmann
about
is out of
Chelsea.
the picture. Nagelsmann is out of the picture, dummy. Nagelsmann is out of the picture at this moment. It is everything is directly towards Mauricio Pochettino. If you look at the candidates at this moment, there's one candidate that we haven't. A lot of people don't know yet, but some other people say, okay, it's directly to this person here. But then right now, if you look at the candidates, Mauricio Pochettino stands tall. He's I wouldn't say he's a yes man, but then Mauricio Pochettino can work with any player that he's been given. That is how good he is, and he's attacking high line, attacking high pressure football. It's also very very good. Look at what he did with Tottenham Hotspur, with Southampton.
Can he win trophies at Chelsea?
Yeah, why not? Why not? He won trophy at PSG, so why can't he? Look, this is what people say in terms of trophy. I tell people Chelsea is a different football club with a different mentality and different ideology. You get what I'm saying? And why am I saying this? Mauricio Sarri, in his 30 years of management in football, never win anything until he came to Chelsea. And with Chelsea, he was able to win his first trophy, which was the Europa Cup. Was that not outstanding? Everyone said Mauricio Sarri hasn't won nothing in football. He plays a very, very he uses the what do you call it? The pivot, which is Jorginho. He brought in a new style of football. Jorginho was a guy distributing all these passes. He played very, very good football. We were able to make it to the Europa League final against Arsenal at Baku, which we won it. We outplay Arsenal 4-0. We really outplay Arsenal. So I should say that the comments or the negative comments going towards Mauricio Pochettino, I think it's a lazy. I'm not saying you. I'll say it's a lazy comment when people say he hasn't won anything. He's not a winner. I think it's a very, very lazy comment that some people are saying because Chelsea Football Club is meant for people to come in and win trophy. We've seen it happen with Mauricio Pochettino, just like I said. Welcome back to the platform, Mr. Max. Betson Bell is in the house. BPTV is in the house. Go ahead, Mr. Max.
Yeah, hi guys. Hope everyone's well. Yeah,
everyone is doing very well. I hope you're doing very well, and the family is doing great as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So tomorrow's match. Who'd have thought we'd have built fourth best team in London this season?
Yeah.
Or fifth? No, fifth actually.
London.
Because we got Fulham, Brentford, Tottenham, Arsenal, all of others. So we need to win this one. Hopefully, now that everything's getting settled, the managerial positions kind of getting sorted, and from all accounts, the players are happy with the Pochettino imminent move. So, and what I'm hoping is, because obviously everyone's now playing for their places, so we're going to see who wants to stay and who doesn't want to stay in tomorrow's match. Because although Pochettino is not going to be the manager, he's going to have a watching brief, I think, until the end of the season, and he's going to be assessing these players.
Yeah.
My only concern, obviously, is the injuries that we have. Reece James is out. Obviously, Mason Mount is out as well. Kai Havertz is out. So, but I'll prefer Reece James to be out now. We've got nothing to play for, rather than if we should still finish like in the top 6 or 7. Unlike Dammy was on earlier, I don't want to get into the Europa League. I prefer not to.
Yeah, I did say that we don't want to get in there.
Yeah, and it will be a blessing for us, I think, especially if Poch comes in. He can implement his style. He's got a whole week to do that, which is going to be good for us in the long run. Up front, it's a tricky one. I'm not sure. Is Fofana injured? Did someone say? I'm not sure.
Oh, someone was saying something. I'm not so sure if he is injured, but whilst we're talking, I can check that out.
Yeah. Aubameyang doesn't want to be here, so is it worth playing somebody who doesn't want to be here? Who's gone at the end of the season anyway? even if it's playing someone like Mudryk as a false 9 or something, at least he's going to be here. So you're just giving him game winners to give some of these guys game time, I think, and just assess what they're like, their fitness. And I think this is the time now, between now and the end of the season, is just to try out some of the players, Chukwuemeka, people like that, just to see what they're about. Because let's face it, so we can't get Europa League. We're not getting relegated, despite what people say. 39 points is going to be more than enough to stay in the league. I just want him to try some players out. And it was good what Frank was saying today as well, that he's going to be helping Pochettino transition into the role, and he's going to give him a dossier on all the players, as if what he feels their strengths and weaknesses are. Because say what you want about Frank, he may not be the best tactician out there, but he is good at judging a player.
This is I think we were talking about Ditro Fofana. I've seen him in training today, so he looks lively.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So
Max, I guess a few questions. My question is going towards Reece James and his injury issue. Someone sent something in the comments that has to do with him. Instead of him going for that was Blue Blood. Instead of him going for that injury, he decided not to go, thinking he was going to get into the England squad. Do you think it's about time he go? Sorry, the operation, surgery. Do you think it's about time for him to get that surgery out of the way instead of keeping it, so he can get his injury out of the way, because he's missing so many game time?
He's not been himself, has he, this season?
No.
The only game that I thought he played, we saw the real Reece James show up was in the second leg against Real Madrid. And even in that game, if you remember, I think there was concerns about him because he had to take some pills before the game, some injections before the game. And there was some concerns about him. I thought he was going to go off at one stage because he was limping around at one stage, but then he found another lease on life. So he's obviously playing within himself. He's playing with this injury. I'm not sure whether it's an operation he needs or rest, but if the doctors say that he needs an operation, I prefer him to get it out of the way now so that he's going to come back for pre-season, ready for a pre-season. What's going to be good next season, I think, though, is that Malo Gusto. Yeah, sorry, I always butcher names.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, he's gonna come in, and I think two things: we're not going to have as many games as we did last season, and with Gusto coming in, he's going to take some of the pressure off Reece James, because Reece James is clear to see now that his body cannot last the full season. He's never had a full season at Chelsea, as he's always had some injuries at some point. But with Gusto coming in, I think he doesn't have to play as many games, and that should do him good for the not only for next season but for the seasons beyond that as well, because we need a fit Reece James.
I agree 100%. So now, where do we draw the race between Reece James and Trent Alexander-Arnold? That's Trent, although he's not good defensively, he's always fit and playing all season. So does Trent win the race now?
No.
Not
because of fitness. No, he's not. He's as an all-round player, Reece James is. If you're talking about a midfield competition, then Trent should be a midfielder. As you saw when Klopp moved into midfield the other week without any defensive responsibilities. Yeah, as a defender, you need to be able to defend first. Your first job is to defend. I know you've got the modern defenders now who play more as like a winger, but they still need to do their defensive duties. And he's defensively, he's still a disaster, I think. Reece James can defend and he can attack. Right. So injuries don't determine whether you are a better player than somebody else, in my book. So right. He's still ahead.
Reece James says what? 75 and 60 and 57% Chelsea. All right. My brother over here. He said 75% Chelsea is delusional. Coming from my big brother over here.
Why is that? He says 57.
Yeah.
But why? Why do you say that?
Georgie says someone banned these totes. Totes. Come on, my brother. I don't know why you sound. I like you, but you always sound. Sometimes you sound very, very rude and very, very disrespectful to other people. I know banter is banter, but sometimes I don't know, man. Delusional. I don't know. I don't know about delusional. It is realistic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he referring to as delusional?
Yeah, it's Chelsea
fans. Chelsea win. 57% delusional.
Who does he support?
What's your poll saying? What's the poll saying?
The polls right now. He supports Tottenham Hotspur. The poll says right now 22 votes. 22 votes casted right now. We have 55% of the people say Chelsea are going to win, and we have 18% of the people.
I reckon
say,
it was
Brentford
57%. It was 57% a second ago, and you must have saw that.
Yeah.
Why Chelsea fans delusional, by the way?
I don't know, man. I've given the platform to come on and have a say.
He's saying the poll shouldn't be pro Chelsea to win.
Yeah.
Why not? Exactly.
Why are we going
I've not been looking at the table, but last night I looked at the table. I said Brentford are 10th. I thought they are even far off, like somewhere around 5th.
I think they're only 5 points behind us, 5 points ahead, ain't they? When we got a game in hand. Yeah, so if we win tomorrow, and then we win the game in hand, then we go above Brentford.
So I was like, no, why not? Why not Chelsea? If Chelsea can get their game back, and then they've been training well, they haven't played in almost about 5 days now. So yeah, there's a chance for Chelsea to win.
You know what, guys? Well, I want to highlight today. Yes, Aston Villa are playing or did they start playing yet? I'm not sure they start at 8 or quarter. They started already. I don't know. But when we played Aston Villa, we were level on points with them, weren't we?
Yeah.
And before that, I think they were actually 5 or 6 points below us. And look at them now. If they win today, I think they go above Tottenham into 5th place. And that was only, 3-4 weeks ago we played Villa? It is a mad season. That's what I'm saying. And had we acted earlier, I wish we had acted earlier. I know they wanted to give Potter a bit of time, but can you imagine if we brought in like a Poch or somebody the same time as Aston Villa brought in Unai Emery? It's all sort of hypothetical, but we could be pushing for like a top 4 spot if we had acted earlier.
Yeah. Right, got a frog.
Top 6 would have been done if we had someone, coming early after the World Cup. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, Gutter Frog said, with how shit we have been, I'm surprised the vote is in favor of Chelsea. Yes, it is true. Snoopy G said 100%. Then our brother here said that Chelsea fan, when it's a new coach getting in, yet as being says Lampard, to get till the end of the season. Absolutely, with all due respect, Lampard have to finish the season, but then he's still gonna work. He'll be working behind the scenes with Mauricio Pochettino if Pot gets the job. Go ahead, OG.
Just like happened before, it's probably gonna happen more in football these days. Teams doing bad will get a manager in like we done or Ten Hag for United, and they'll still give the current interim or caretaker whatever time. I think Tottenham probably end up doing the same thing. Even if it's the last 2 games of the season, you just want to get a manager in before the actual season's over, so that the looking period's done, and you just do the implementation period. And got about 2-3 weeks, or maybe 4 weeks, I think, before the preseason starts from the last day of the season. Yeah. So
I think it works very well. I think it works very well that way. If you look at the transition period between Ralf Rangnick and then also the coming of Erik Ten Hag. Ten Hag knew, or Ralf Rangnick knew, who his successor was going to be before the season came to an end, where Ten Hag was in Holland and also appointing certain players that he wants to see in the football club, working his way out to bring Anthony in, to bring Malacia. He brought in Malacia, and also other players that he was thinking that could help. So yeah, right now we've also heard that Mauricio Pochettino wants to keep the likes of Christian Pulisic. That's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been reading. What's your thoughts on that, OG and Max? Go ahead, OG.
The first thing, I didn't know if I was looking at the article and I couldn't find the source's name. So I was like, why didn't they have a source name? Like the Mount stuff. But, you know, if Pulisic doesn't kill it back home, which is during the preseason, then he has to be going, man. He can't be in the first game of the season if by this preseason, which is technically a mini Premier League, if we can't get at least 2 or 3 wins, not including Wrexham, that should be 100% win. But it's a lot of it's going to decide on preseason for those what if players, and yeah, man, that what if list is going to grow. I reckon it's going to. I'm hearing Lukaku's on that what if list. You know, given the preseason, they want to see if he does or doesn't. That's how I feel. I don't have any fear to it, man. I barely have any expectations for anything. If Lukaku came back and Pochettino another thing, I just don't care at this stage. I feel I've been betrayed and let down to the degree where I can't be affected no more. I'm numb to it. I mean, Max, what's your take on this? New players, all players that should be leaving are being saved or being talked about being saved, and Pulisic is up there.
You know what? Yeah, Pulisic, I think he didn't want to be here, basically, did he? But then one can argue maybe, because remember his relationship with Thomas Tuchel wasn't great. We saw that in the book that he wrote, where he was criticising the manager. If we got to remember with Pulisic, under Frank, remember the post-lockdown, just after lockdown, he was superb. At the back end of that season.
He had a perfect hat-trick.
Yeah, he was very good. So sometimes all he needs is a change of manager. If Pochettino says, "Look, I believe in you, I trust you, and I think you know I can make you a better player," then because there is a player in there. Let's be honest, there is a player in there. He just needs to have that right sort of coaching, that right mentality. So you know, I wouldn't be sad if he did leave, but if Poch thinks he can make a player out of him, then I'll trust it up to the manager to do that. So
I agree with Max. I agree with Max 100%. Look, I think that a lot of these players have been affected by the transition of the owners, the new owners coming in, and lots of these players have been really been affected. And I know we cannot say Modric is a bad player within just overnight moving from Shakhtar to Chelsea, then he become a bad player. We cannot say Christian Pulisic, who we know is the face of American football, we cannot say he's a bad player. And we know what Mauricio Pochettino can do with just an average football players. He can make them superstar. He made Dele Alli, who was nothing, 200 million. And now we know without Pochettino, he's dropped down heavily to almost about 5 million right now. So yes, there's a good player in there that if with a good manager, a new environment that can understand. And there's a quote that I have over there. There is a quote from Mauricio Pochettino. He said certain players are different, and it depends on how you manage those players. Certain players you have to yell at them, you have to shout at them on the pitch, because you have to, as a manager, you have to understand these players, when to yell at these players and when to shout at them. And certain players, they cannot take that. So if you know your players, you know how to deal with them on the pitch and even in the dressing room, which is a very, very, very good quote coming from Mauricio Pochettino. I can't find it right now, but if I find the right quote, I'm trying to
You're one of the many Chelsea fans who are jumping on the Pochettino bandwagon just a little bit early. I mean, you could say I told you so if you're right, but boy, man, I've given up on putting my bets on the manager or anything. I'm literally just gonna wait until September, and then I'll choose my camp. Right now, I'm in the middle. I'm just an observer. Yeah. But
you know what, though, OG? Anyone's a sorry.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, anyone's a gamble. Anyone's a gamble. Because Enrique may come with a better CV, but he could be a gamble. It's not necessary that it's going to work. If
obviously, anyone that's available is a gamble.
Look at Tottenham. They thought they were on a sure thing by hiring Jose Mourinho, and then they hired Conte, and both of those managers, who are good managers, couldn't get Tottenham competitive. So just because you've got that CV, it doesn't make you a guarantee to have success at a club. Like you, I'm not because I think Poch is a good fit, but I'm not getting excited over. I've done getting excited over managers and players. The last time I got excited over a player was a few years ago, and that was Kai Havertz. I was gassed when he came to Chelsea, and then he's flattened to the sea. So anytime we get a new player, and I just say, look, I'll start getting excited when they start producing on the pitch. Yeah, because football's not won it can be won and lost in the transfer market, but it's on the pitch where they prove their worth.
Big up to you, Desmond. Big up to you. It's always nice to see you. People sending questions in. I love this question coming from my brother. Guys, if you have questions, just send them in. We have big heads over here. OG big head, and also Max big head, and then my big head. We'll put them together and give you a very, very tangible answers to your questions that will come in. The game in hand is Manchester United. That'll be a big game. To play. Give me 9th place finish, and I'll take it. Coming from Akim. So Snoopy G said sell fact, also sell plastic stick. All right, that is Pulisic he's talking about. And also got a frog said mount first, then we can sell Pulisic. Then another question coming from my brother here says another question is that I had 10 players are leaving. Isn't true? Yeah, it is true. A lot of players are leaving. Who are they? Because with our fans are disgusted with the management. Okay, that's coming from big up to you, Desmond, for your wonderful question. Then Tom, big up to you, Tom. I hope you're doing well. Preseason flops have to leave. Also, preseason flops have to leave. Stop said that we have 33 players. Of course, many will be leaving. 33 players. Yeah, it's true. You guys are confident for tomorrow. Yes, they are. If you look at the poll, you can tell the fans are confident for tomorrow's game. Big up to you, MDS Zilla. Big up to you. My team is winning tomorrow. All right, that is what he said. P. And also, big up to you guys. Let me give my brother here a shout out. If you're looking for someone, if you have a brand, you want to rebrand your company, rebrand your logo, rebrand your YouTube channel, rebrand your Twitter channel. This guy there, he knows how the SEO work in terms of how the algorithms and all these platforms work. He will give you tips, he will give you knowledge, he will tell you how to go about with your channel and how you should stand among the others. It is not that is easy on YouTube and other social media platforms. He is my brand strategist. I've been working with him for 2 years now. So guys, most of my knowledge is coming from my guy over here. So give him a shout out if you're interested of rebranding a company. You can sit down with him. He will give you the layout. He'll just take you from up to down in terms of your color pattern, your team, what you really, where you want to stand and what you're really looking for. Go into details. He is a brand master and he'll walk you through. It is not easy. It's a long journey to be trying to put your brand out there. He will really tell you, there's certain brand, when you see them, you know what they really stand for. You really want to see them. Okay, Nike. Oh, this is Nike. It doesn't Nike don't have to say, I make shoes. He will tell you what Nike logo stands for. That's what it's made of. So yes, I'll give him the mileage on my platform because he helped me out a lot. If you're looking for someone to rebrand your company, rebrand your YouTube channel, he is there for you. MDS Zilla is right there for you. So that's just by the way. Right. How are you guys? Confidence very, very weak. You never learn. You never learn, do you? You gonna man. You gonna, my brother. Be careful over there. Appreciate the shout out. Absolutely, my brother. You deserve it. Since Stop said people report Poch wants to keep Pulisic. Absolutely, we did talk about Pulisic, and we know, like we said, there is a good player in my brother Christian Pulisic.
Biased though, you got American bias.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, OG. I went too long with it. I get it. Just like we're talking about it, Christian Pulisic, there's a player in him. And OG, what you want to say? Go ahead. You will say something.
You got American bias.
American bias.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. The face of American football. We see it with... But I don't think I'm being biased. He's a good footballer. He's a good player. To be honest with you, when he needs someone that can direct him, he's still young though. He's still young. I think he's within 25 now, right? He's within 25.
Yeah, that's correct.
Get into his prime. Still young. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is older than him.
We'll see how it goes.
Still snow in Michigan, bro. Absolutely. Yesterday we saw snow and rain. Ridiculous, man. We are in ending of April and still snow. I know there's snow in Norway too, isn't it? Gunnar, are you Norway or Austria? I forgot. I know there's snow still in Norway. But yeah, I think either Norway or I think Norway. Yeah. Gunnar, you're from Norway.
Austria is not that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sunny now, I'm sure.
All right, OG, let me take your scoreline for the game tomorrow so we can wrap up. We can wrap up.
I think it could be 0-0.
0-0.
Boring old game.
I also went for a 0-0.
Wake up early for it, right?
Do what?
You're waking up early in the morning to watch this piece of game.
Definitely, yeah. I've done it many times this season. I've wake up early game and watch a game, and then the women game, and it didn't work. It didn't work for me waking up to watch those games, man. It's very, very difficult. 5 hours difference, very difficult. Wake up early in the morning and then watch shambolic performance coming from our teams.
Yeah,
all right, sir. Mr. Max, what do you think the scoreline is gonna go like?
I'm trying to put my optimistic hat on, and I'm going to say a close. We don't score more than one goal, so I'm saying 1-0. A tight 1-0.
A tight 1-0. I'm just with going with OG. I agree with OG. I feel like it's going to be another draw again. Desmond said, "Why Pochettino alone? Who sits over here? What about others though? It was another an unknown name. Yes, there is an unknown name which some think they know, some don't know, but it's not publicly out there for that unknown person. All right, Norway, bro, absolutely. I know there's still a lot of snow in Norway, but there is very good weather at the moment, like 14 degrees. Jesus Christ, 14 degrees. That is 40 degrees. I'm not so sure what you're talking about. Is it Fahrenheit?
No, it's 14 degrees Celsius.
Okay. Well, we go with Fahrenheit. So when you say 14 degrees, man. Fahrenheit, if you say 14 degrees Fahrenheit, it's freaking
We don't
cold.
do Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is so stupid.
No, like that's what we deal. That's what we deal with. It's very common over here.
Numbers bigger in America. That's all they want to do. The bigger it sounds, the better.
Yeah, American, everything is so big. Look at their trucks, look at their cars.
It's not 2.2 pounds.
Pounds, yeah. Everything pounds. We don't go kilos.
Bigger.
2 kilos. So it's kind of I grew up working with kilometers, centimeters, and meters. But since I came to America, I forgot all those numbers, and I can't calculate those. I go with pounds and then Fahrenheit and all those things. You have to learn too many stuff being in America. So yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it. All right, we have our brother here. It says, all right, what's it saying? It says, Fiorentina, I think is it? Oh, is it?
You spelled Fahrenheit wrong.
Fahrenheit. Okay, I think it came wrong coming from probably typing error. It's American typing to be different. Okay, trying to be different. It is true. Just use what the rest of the world uses. American will not do that. American will not do it. If you try to use what the rest of the world uses, it becomes difficult to understand it, because when you go to the supermarket, everyone is measuring everything in pounds. So now how do you convert it? And I don't want to stand in front of these. I'm trying to buy a piece of meat, then I have to convert it from pounds to what is it? Kilos and all that kind of stuff. Make it difficult. Yeah,
pounds to dollars and kilos to pounds and so miles and kilometers.
When
you're trying to bake a cake, it's everything's in cups. What's the bloody cup? I don't know what a cup is.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. They tell you 1 cup, and then half of that, half of this, half a
2 tablespoons.
Yeah. It makes it very difficult, especially when I'm trying to get make a continental dish, and then I have to convert these everything into pounds, and it's not easy. So instead of pounds, you go for a cup, but it's liquid. Yeah, it just like they say, gas. Yes, my brother just brought that up here. See, prepaid, instead of saying prepaid, instead of them to go gas, they go prepaid. Then they go, the liquid one is gas. Over here, the liquid is gas. And
man, you don't sell it by the liter. We sell it by the liter. You guys sell it by the gallon.
Yeah, you go by gallon. And then what the rest of the world say, petrol, here they say gas. Petrol, here they say gas. You get what I mean?
And they've also got a World Series in baseball, which is only USA and Canada. How's that World Series?
Yeah, it's not the world, isn't it? It's national.
And then they say American football is the World Cup. And I said, World Cup? Who else plays American football? You get what I'm saying? Who else plays this game? It's just America. Exactly. So why is it a World Cup? No one else plays American football. They always want to stand out among the others. I tell them, look.
That's what I like about the NBA. The NBA is like we're the National Basketball Association.
Yeah,
it's not the World Basketball Association.
Yeah, and get guys. They need oil. Oh yeah, they change everything around, man. They change everything. There's a lot of American English. If you sit down, you're like, what are these people saying? So it becomes very difficult for me that I've learned grammar, because I grew up learning the English way, because we've been Ghana, West Africa, we've been colonized by the Great British. So growing up, you learn the British style of education. Then you got to move on to America. They have to learn the American system now, and everything, the way you pronounce things have been pronounced differently. It becomes very, very difficult. You're trying to learn like the British way and American way at the same time. So sometimes when I come on the platform, I'm trying to speak, I get a vibe to the British accent, then I get a vibe of the American accent, trying to blend it together. And then I tell people, look, sometimes don't try to criticize me the way I pronounce certain things, because I've learned almost about 6 different alphabets. I learned French when I was in school. You have to learn the alphabet. You have to the A, B, C, D. Then I know how to say Z. Then I have to I know I was saying Z in Africa and in English language. Now I have to come to America and say Z. I have to pronounce certain things differently. It is not that easy for that brain to try and process all this alphabet. You have alphabet that goes A, B, D. Then you have A, B, C. Then you have on, de, trois, quatre, six, French. So many different, would I say, what is it again? Lots of things that you have to learn to be able to blend in with the others. So H and H or H. Oh yeah, lots of things. Oil and get gas. They need oil. Oh my goodness, yeah, lots of things going on here. So I think we're gonna bring the stream to an end. We've waffled lots of crap on this platform.
In the end.
A lot of
remember,
people, you guys
have America, guys. Don't forget that, guys.
Yeah, do not. Guys, like I said, we have a membership which will be activated very, very soon. I know Mr. Patrick love using the app, the Chelsea. So I've created an emoji that has the Chelsea and the UTC app, the Chelsea over there. So when you guys get on it, the membership will be activated very soon. Once those emojis are ready, we will activate the membership. So those that want to be part of our membership program, it will be very, very nice to be on the platform. It helps the channel out a lot. And also you guys who have your favorite emojis. Can you imagine? I have I think I have Mikhailo Modric emoji made. I have Frank Lampard emoji made. I have Didier Drogba emoji also made. Then I have the Champions League trophy also made. Then the lion itself, I have that emoji also made. And what else? I have Enzo Fernández emoji also made. So guys, you guys will be very, very happy when the membership thing is very, very activated. You guys will select the kind of emoji you want to use on the platform. So just that is just by the way, it's coming very soon. My brother MDS said a global warming, absolutely global warming. You got any Arsenal emojis? Bro, I got some.
One.
Yeah, I got some. I got a lot of emojis. The guys is drawing everything, and I'll make
the top
Arsenal.
6. Make sure you get the top 6 made.
Top 6, yeah. I'll make that as another package. So yeah, Gunnar, you remind me. I'll make those. Just like I've said, this platform is made for almost everyone in the Premier League. So I'll make some more emojis, and you guys will be happy with that. I made some players. I'm trying to even see if I can make Henry Thierry's emoji. I'll make that. Or also for you guys, so you guys can use them. So guys, thank you very much. CFCOG, Mr. Max, BBTV, guys. If you haven't seen BBTV, check them out. And our big brother OG. I always say, come on. All right.
Big up everyone, man.
I have to send OG.
Right,
I always
okay,
stay in it. I have to put it there right after. All right, thank you, Max. OG, stay in the backstage for a second, please.
Yeah, cool.
Stay in the backstage for a second, please. I know you have a little bit of time, because if OG don't have time, he'll be off a long time. All right. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Leo Desperandons, like I always say, hang on to hope. After Chelsea, UTC, they say. See you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Same time. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.